after that. But you got to go through it. You got to push. You got to go. You can't lay in the bed. Get up. Get up. We don't want no lifetime of healing. I'd rather be making it rain. I'd rather be making it rain somewhere. But I got to rain on this microphone to tell you I understand. But get up. Some of us, at certain points of our lives, you ever watch a marathon? LA Marathon, Boston, whatever marathon, 26 miles. And you see those runners who legs are wobbly, just a few feet, just a few yards from the finish line. Their legs are wobbly, they're uncontrollable, their body's spazzing. Some people have fell on their knees, but they're still crawling to the finish line. But you said there is no finish line. It ain't. The point I'm making is to get up and keep going. If you can't get up, you put your knees and your hands on the floor and put one in front of the other and go. Because it's devastating for any human being to die while they are still breathing. Death of the body and mind is one thing, but death while you are still alive is a horrible existence. Start your healing. Find you a trusted partner. If you don't want to be alone, and because I know the saying is after you need to be alone for some part of it, and that's true. But I think it's also good having a good partner who you can be safe with, so you can start talking about these things that have been in your head and only your head all these years. That is helpful. Somebody who's on the level with you or above. You can't have this conversation with a peon. If you're an eagle, what's the saying? If you're an eagle, you can't fly with pigeons. No disrespect to nobody. I'm just trying to get a point across. Start the healing process. Yeah, they gave it to us, and it sucks. But what I've been working on this last year is saying this. Obviously, and this is what someone gave to me, obviously, my parents had some things they went through. Otherwise, they're not vulnerable to this book publishing business that is Jehovah's Witness organization. Book publishing business, I should say. They're not vulnerable to it if they're okay. You can't go push this religion on somebody who was raised right, and raised right by, their parents instilled confidence in them. They taught them everything they need to know in their impressionable, in their downloading age, between conception and 7 years old. They did the right thing. And when those people become adults, they're solid in all these areas. You cannot go knock on their door and say, hey, one of these days, this invisible person that have never come to show his face is going to destroy everybody out here. He's going to fly out of the sky and then afterwards bring everybody back to life so everybody has a pet tiger. They will look, but man, you better get off my doorstep. So yeah, my parents were vulnerable. I actually I set out a few months ago, and I knew it was futile, but to talk to my sisters and ask them, what happened to Mom? What happened to her? Because she was so adamant that she would, do all this stuff to me to force me to comply with this. What happened to her? She's vulnerable. Something happened. But either they don't know. I just think they don't want to tell me. Then I have that dynamic to deal with the family. I have a sociopathic family member, and she rules the other dummies. I'm just talking frank with y'all. I told y'all I'm not going to play with you. She rules them. Everybody has one of these in their family, I believe, and she rules them to their detriment. And so if she tells them, don't tell them nothing, they won't tell me nothing. If she tells them, y'all go over there and do X, Y, Z to him, they'll do it. The same way she told them, get rid of my dad's house that could have been left for us to start off our wealth accumulation. It was amazing to watch them all work in unison to screw themselves out of a house that my dad left for them, us. To date, that is one of the top 5 most amazing things I have ever seen in my life. All 5 of these kids working together, or 4, because the other one's rich and she don't want nobody on her level, right? Watch her manipulate the other ones to screw themselves. And they did it willingly, kind of like the Jehovah's Witnesses. Whenever the governing body tell them to do something that's against their will, don't take this blood, you lay on that gurney and die. That's what they did. They laid on the gurney and watched their potential economic wealth building apparatus die. It is the most amazing thing I've seen to this day. One of the most amazing things. She sent my brother after, as I was trying to explain to my brother, you know how we as former witnesses, we reach out to when we catch other witnesses and we try to say, hey, take a look at this. So when my dad died, I was telling my brother, hey, look at what she's doing. And this was over the phone. And he got mad and started cursing me out. And, where do you live? I'm going to come beat you. Oh, word? Okay, well, here's the address. I ain't telling you no lie. The story I'm about to tell you, I'm not telling you no lie. My brother told me he's going to come over to my house and whoop up on me. So I gave him the address, right? I drive over to the freeway so I can catch him because I thought he was serious. We're going to get out. We're going to get down right here in the street. So I go over to the freeway to where I know he's coming off, and I know he's only going to be looking to the left, so I stood on the right. If this was a war or battle, he'd lost already right off the freeway. So as soon as he pulls over into traffic, makes his left, I pull in right behind him. And he just so happens to call, where are you? I'm right behind you. Right? So at this point, I think we're going to get out into the street and get out. It's my big brother. This is, if you're a man, you have a big brother, that's your big brother. You look up to him, even though we never really spent time together. And, I said, well, follow me. He said, you're going to come to my house and do what you're going to do. Let's go to the house. So I had him follow me. Something might be wrong with me, y'all. So we get to the house and I get out first. And he said, you sure you want to do this? And I just thought, abort mission, because my brother's huge. Right? But you're not going to deal with me like that. I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? Weakness is not in my deal. Right? And so we ended up talking it out, and he started crying on the porch because he knew he was wrong. Because my sister had him so trained, just like the governing body has you guys so trained to deflect rational, factual information. And ultimately, I was right. She cost us everything. Out of a $200,000 house, we all got $3,000 after probate. And and the moral of this story is, one is keep your stuff out of probate. Make sure you guys got a will and all that good shit. And listen to what somebody's saying so you can determine whether or not if it's real or not. Hash the information over. I told you guys a story just to be genuine with y'all and tell you how my sister runs this family and all the despicable stuff they do because they have realized that they cannot take the time to look at themselves and start the healing process and to know that our parents gave us a lifetime of healing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by the JW Free Podcast. I hope, at the end of the day that we can move past all these institutions that are breaking people. When I say move past, close them. Starting with the Jehovah's Witness organization. They are breaking people. Everybody isn't able to get back up. And I hate that I have to say that. But we have to do our part. We have to do it. We are in a time in history where you're hiding behind faith and all that bullshit. That's over. It's not going to play no more. Everything's going to be thoroughly examined. Everything. You have to do something now. You have to take a stand, regardless of whatever that is for you. But you can't keep hiding and not doing anything because, like I told you before, the dirt around your religious and biblical heads is being excavated with truth. Some people are going to get up and go. Some people are just going to wither away. For those who want to get up and go, come join us. Come get on this journey. Come see about this truth. Truth meaning living in a way that isn't detrimental to you. And let me say this one last time. To the Jehovah's Witness parents, spending a lifetime trying to fix something someone else did to you is one of the most infuriating things ever. Something you didn't ask for, something you didn't make the decision to do. You're giving your kids a lifetime of hell. You're setting the table for them to have nothing but trouble until they finally dump the poison that you're giving them. And because you've done that, You are not going to leave this planet without having to atone for that. Jehovah's not going to help you, not Jesus, not the Holy Spirit. You got to atone. You don't get to leave here and do it. This is why, and I know I said I was ending, but let me put this out there. I couldn't figure out why my mother had such a humiliating, horrible death from the people she knew, right? Humiliating, horrible, and to watch it was traumatic for me because that wasn't the energy that she put out when it came to helping people. But if I'm being honest with you, in my mind, the reason why her death was so horrible and humiliating is because she gave her 6 kids a lifetime of healing. Ladies and gentlemen, until next week, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and your brains working.